This week on Unknown Gamers' new show, my boy Vinny joins me as we talk about, well, the show, the future of the show, and we need your guys' input on what the show should be about and other details and such, and we give out the contact details for the show and all that good stuff, and we also touch base with our boy Cocaine. Smokey makes a little secret guest appearance and a whole bunch more, so stay tuned for Unknown Gamers' new show coming up right now. And that's right, everybody. You guys are listening to me, Unknown Gamer, for my new show, Unknown Gamers' new show, here on MyGNet Radio every Saturday, 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And here I am for a new show, which has been played or has been recorded in about 3 weeks. So sorry about that. Unknown Gamers' new show was on a holiday. It was on the great old Christmas day, and it was also on New Year's Day. And I was a little bit too busy griefing on New Year's Day, having a little bit of AoE parties. And speaking about AoE parties, we have a very, I would say, knowledgeable person in the field, a connoisseur of the AoE party, my boy Vanyard.
Hey.
And of course, Vinny may probably, in fact, does sound different to you all. And that is because Unknown Gamers' new show has gone to a little bit of a new format. In fact, no longer are we using the beloved Skype for our show, but instead we've decided to kick it to the curb and try something a little bit new and inventive called Mumble. So we're using Mumble, and if you would like to join us on Mumble, you can join our Mumble server while we do this live, in fact. You probably won't want to do it if you're listening to the YouTube version of this, which I will talk about a little bit later, or if you're just listening to the podcast audio recording. So you can join us on Mumble. The info is, it's pretty simple. The IP is mumble.unknowngamer.net. The port is 1987, and the password is UGPM. So if you need that info, again, go on the IRC and let me know, and I'll repeat it. I'm not going to repeat that 3 times. That's a little bit too much to repeat. But anyway, though, if you don't have Mumble and still want to, talk to us here on the show, you can still call us, though. You can call us at 657-229-3825. That number again is 657-229-3825. Or if you want to leave us a voicemail, if you're listening to this pre-recorded, then, do so. Leave us a voicemail. We'll play it, hopefully, if it's not, I don't know, if it's not too bad to play. And trust me, we don't really have standards on my show here. So anyway, though, Vinny, how's your week been, Vinny? We know you're a car salesman, and your week's pretty busy trying to sell cars. How's been the after effects of New Year's and the holiday season for your car business?
It was a little slow at first, but it's starting to pick up as the month progresses. We get more and more busy, and it's starting to peak out right now.
And how many cars did you sell this week, Vinny? Well, what's the running total this week?
3 this week.
3 this week. And how many did you sell around Christmas time? How many cars did you sell then?
I probably mean around 5, around that Christmas area.
So you haven't seen a big impact of the after effects of the holiday season then, right, Vinny?
No, everything with me is pretty consistent. It stays pretty much the same.
Yeah, I gotta say, it doesn't kind of surprise me, especially in your geographic location, to see a dip, because usually when people buy a car in North Dakota, there's usually a purpose, and it isn't for vanity.
Which is really neat too, us being located in North Dakota. We were actually the 8th largest GM dealership in the nation, in a little country bumpkin, North Dakota.
And you are, of course, the largest dealership in North Dakota. Now, if we have a listener in North Dakota and they wanted to buy a GM vehicle and they wanted to buy it from you, Vinny, where would they find you at?
Grand Forks.
And what is the dealership?
Rydell
in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Go see my boy Vinny. Tell him Gamer sent you, and you'll get a little discount. Isn't that right, Vinny?
Yeah, I'll buy you a Chevy hat.
He'll buy you a Chevy hat. So there you go. So anyway, though, you guys are, of course, listening to my new show, Unknown Gamers' new show, here live at myGNetRadio.com. And I want to get some things off my chest here. or I should say, off my vocal cords. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say, Vinny. But no. I have a list of things that I want to get on the show because this is a very special show, and not special because it's gonna be like a once time kind of thing. It's more of like a new beginning, you could say, and not in a New Hope boxy kind of way either, if you know what I mean. So yeah, the show is now going to be posted on YouTube in its entirety. I haven't posted anything in about a month on YouTube. The reason why is quite simple. Basically, I haven't had time to put a Minecraft griefing video together, but I tell you what, listeners, I have recorded some really good footage, and I mean some really good footage in my opinion, of some really good griefing. So what I will do though is I will eventually get that together and get it posted on YouTube. But what will be posted weekly on YouTube is of course my new show. And the reason why is because YouTube decided that, they love me so much that they removed my 15-minute limit to upload a video. So this means that I can, of course, upload, a 40-minute video, an hour video, whatever it may be. I'm not exactly sure if there are any time constraints. But anyway, that means that Unknown Gamers' new show will be on YouTube. So now you'll be able to download us at my site, unknowngamer.net. In fact, I'll talk about that a little bit later, too. And you'll be able to, get us right off of YouTube. So first things first, YouTube. And if you want to know the YouTube to go to, if somehow you're not listening to this on YouTube or you're listening live and you want to see my Minecraft griefing videos or my good old trolling videos with my boy Vinny doing some vent fun and, causing chaos in general, or if you want to see my boy Smokey on the YouTubes, you go to youtube.com/unknowngamer101. There you'll find a plethora of Unknown Gamer griefing, trolling, mischievous, good old wholesome fun videos there. Isn't that right, Vinny?
Absolutely.
Some good quality content. And I think, with this new transition of me being able to post my shows on YouTube, I think we can really I think this is gonna be a big opener for the show. I think it's gonna allow us to draw in a bigger audience, my YouTube audience. And it's just gonna make things really, really fun, especially with the YouTube comments. I gotta say, every day, and I will say this, I do read every single comment I get from my Minecraft griefing videos. And every day, I don't even know what to say. Every day is like a new day with those. I'm not shocked or anything, but it's definitely interesting that my eyes open up every time I see those comments. And my only answer now to all the comments now is just watch my explanation video. That's it. I mean, if you can't do that, then I guess you're just gonna stay ignorant and keep posting ignorant comments, which I find nice and wholesome, and I find a good old time to read. And maybe one day I'll do that. Maybe for a segment, I think maybe we'll do a nice little around the fireplace with Unknown Gamer, and I'll read some of the good old wholesome YouTube comments that I get, and we'll sit there and just have a nice jolly time with that. So anyway, though, you guys, I have more to say here. YouTube, that's off my list now. Secondly, of course, contacting the show. Like I said, we are now using Mumble instead of Skype, so you cannot get a hold of me on Skype for anything related to this show. But you can, of course, get on Mumble when we do it live, which is every Saturday at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at mygnetradio.com, where you can stream it live. And of course, every time we open up the show, unless somebody specifies otherwise, that's when I'll give out the Mumble info. It will also be on the show / my site, unknowngamer.net. That's right. The website for the show / myself, I'll post whatever I want on there. It may not be related to the show. It may be. And that website is, again, unknowngamer.net. Pretty simple site, if you ask me. And to get all the MP3s for the show, to make it really simple, it's just going to be a HTTP direct download. And, if people want something else, let me know. And you can email me at unknowngamer@unknowngamer.net. But anyway, to download the show through, just regular MP3, some people want to be good old-fashioned like that. You just go to podcast.unknowngamer.net, and there will be all the shows uploaded. You just left click them or right click them, depending on how you have your browser slash media player configured, and you'll be good to go. You'll be really fucking good to go. So anyway, now that's out. You can call the show or leave a voicemail. The number is 657-229-3825. You can call that, leave a voicemail, call during the show and talk to us live. In addition, you can, of course, like I said, email me, unknowngamer@unknowngamer.net. And speaking about emailing me, and for some strange reason, my desktop went to a nice little screensaver. That's probably because I just reinstalled Windows 7, giving it a new try for some echo cancellation in the mumble. So anyway, we need some show ideas, people. I'm a pretty creative guy. Vinny is definitely a pretty creative guy, but we need some show ideas for the show. Maybe even change the show's title, once we get something formulated. Instead of Unknown Gamers, this new show, we could be, Trolling in 30. A 30-minute podcast, or whatever you want to call it these days, radio broadcast, whatever. 30 minutes of just talking about trolling, maybe trolling tactics, maybe trolling some people, maybe some trolling question Q&A, a little Q&A from the listeners about trolling and griefing. Vinny, how does that sound? Trolling in 30. How does that concept sound to you, Vinny?
I like that concept. I think people should provide us with event info.
Event info,
go in there,
and then we go in there and we trash it, right?
Exactly.
Man,
you don't like someone? Give us their event info.
Man, that sounds like a hell of an idea, Vinny. I gotta say. They give us the phone number. We give them a nice little wholesome call. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we could do something like that. Maybe they can, of course, email us. Maybe they can come on the show and we can give them a nice little pep talk on how to be a good troll or griefer. So that could be an idea. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, email me, unknowngamer@unknowngamer.net. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know what? You can put them in the comments, but I don't know. That's the YouTube. I gotta say, YouTube comments. Well, like for feedback, it's like the dark, moldy coffee grains of a coffee filter. It's just like the aftermath of trying to brew up some good coffee. You know what I'm saying, Vinny? It's like you put on. Vinny, you work at a dealership. You must go through a lot of coffee. You go into the break room, and you open up the Bun coffee maker, and you just see like all of these roasted grounds. You know what I mean? I mean, it just looks like pure mud. You know what I mean? It just take that and you mixture it with some urine and some maybe some even Ramsey feces. Kind of like a Jenkum serum. And
some chew.
Exactly, and you put it in there, and then you mix it up, and that's kind of like the YouTube comments when it comes to filtering. I mean, it's. I mean, it's just like fapping. I mean, it's not real constructive process usually. So sometimes there's gold, like a very boxy kind of person, getting revived. You know what, Vinny? You know what would be really good for the show? Maybe we should get Boxy on the show. How would you? What would you say to Boxy, Vinny, if we could get her on the show?
I don't know. I'm just a little disappointed. I think after she came out with her new video, that Boxy magic was lost. You see, she's a regular person now, and it's not fun anymore. It's like Santa Claus. It's just like finding out Santa Claus is not really Santa Claus. It's just that old guy that smells like beef jerky. Hangs out at the VF, rides the bus. Like that's not Santa. That's what it was like when I saw Boxy's new video.
So did a part of you die, Vinny?
Not a part of me died, but I feel like, a little bit of that internet magic that, I once had, lost.
So some people say that she has lost her mystique, like you say, Vinny, but at the same time, though, I think some of us have already realized that there was a real Boxy, and we knew about the real Boxy. I gotta say, it's quite interesting. I don't even know how it's going to turn out for the wholesomeness of YouTube and the internet. I don't know if we're going to have a new war or whatever it may be, but it's quite interesting. And I don't have anything else to say about it, but that would be a fantastic thing for the show. Regardless of that, any other Vinny, do you have any other show ideas?
No, I don't know.
Nothing at all. Nothing else comes to mind. Just Vinny, this is what I want you to do. Blur out any topic that's in your mind right now.
Outside of World of Warcraft, all we really do is troll. That's our two things we do. If we're not playing World of Warcraft, we're trolling. That's about it.
Well, yeah, that is true. But at the same time, when we do play World of Warcraft, we're usually trolling inside
Yeah, we are
World of
trolling.
Warcraft.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess that's all we are, Vinny. I guess both of us are just trolls under a bridge. Maybe we should maybe instead of dust in the wind, trolls under a bridge. That's all we are, Vinny. Just trolls under a bridge. Yeah, so like I said, if you have any ideas, email me unknowngamer@unknowngamer.net. We'll even read the suggestions on there next week. You know what? We'll do that as long as they're decent, okay? And I have a little bit of a fine line of decency. I want if Ramzik was on right now, wasn't getting drunk and molesting his brother at a hockey game, he would have some very interesting ideas that I wouldn't really want to even put through a filter and just leave them be. In fact, I could already say Ramzik wanted to do a show about guns. In fact, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should have Ramzik have his own segment where he talks about guns and his beautiful his fixation on them. Maybe he can put on a G-string too and take some pictures of himself with his guns, like the Arizona shooter. Who knows though? What else is on my list here? We'll definitely be doing some commercials for the show, and this is particularly speaking to the live listeners of mygnetradio.com. We're gonna be getting some commercials out for my new show once we get a stable direction slash show title, whatever it may be. Once we're a little bit more into the foundation, we'll get a couple commercials out. Excuse me there. We'll also get some good bumpers out. Get some bumpers going to be played on shows on MyGNet Radio. Hell, maybe eventually we might have to change our show time for some particular reason, but I don't see any reason for that. I like being on at midnight on a Saturday. That's a good time. Kind of filters out the family crowd. It's a late night show. Just let it all out. Fuck it. So anyway, though, besides that, and I know I've said that word about 20 times, but that's okay. That's okay. Um, I'm trying to I'm trying to imagine this list of things that I told myself to do on this particular episode, and so I'm going through like a grocery list and trying to check them off here just to make sure that I include them and I don't forget. So as I go through that list, we talked about the YouTube, we talked about show ideas, we talked about the contact methods. Yeah. Well, I mean, Vinny, do you have anything to say in regards to the show at all, Vinny?
Not so much in the regard of the show so much. I think we need to get some more of the guildies in.
Yeah, well, that would definitely be a plus is getting guildies in. Um, people love Ramzik. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vinny? I mean, people just love and cherish Ramzik. Well, like no other. He's a very lovable guy. You know what I mean?
I was thinking too, maybe McCreepy. We can have him come in here. We know he's a 24-year-old virgin. Maybe we can find him Mrs. Right. Maybe we should use this show to find McCreepy. Maybe the future Miss Creepy.
You know what, Vinny? You are absolutely right about that. McCreepy, he's about 24, lives in Virginia Beach. He's still a virgin, guys, and he's looking for that special someone, particularly a female. I've asked him if he's willing to switch ways, but he hasn't budged yet. So if you're a female and you live near the Virginia Beach area, and maybe you would like to go on a date with McCreepy, we will be having a dating service. I would say dating service themed episode for McCreepy whenever he gets on for the show. So whenever that is, I'll try to prearrange things. Just email me. We'll get something prearranged and we'll get you on there, and we'll have a little dating game for McCreepy. Not an escape dating game, but a little bit more sexual. You know, try to get down to the knee, and no pun intended, but try to really get in there and see if that special someone is really meant for McCreepy's virginity. And that definitely sounds like a good idea, Vinny. I definitely think we need to get Schmokey on. You know,
Definitely.
Schmokey's like a god. You know, Schmokey's kind of like that, kind of like you know, I don't know. Like I can't even think of something to compare Schmokey to because he's such godlike. He's so dogmatic. Maybe Frosty the Snowman. I think that's the best thing you compare Schmokey to, except for if the whole world was entirely winter all year long, so he could stay alive. Because Schmokey, no matter what, is always happy. Schmokey could one day Schmokey could get AIDS, find out about it, and have his car entirely wrecked, and he would still find some way to be happy. Isn't that right, Vinny?
Yeah, he's a pretty easygoing guy. Of course, I think a large part of that helps that he has a medicinal marijuana license. I think that contributes to this quite a bit.
And in fact, yesterday we were doing a little bit of raiding, and he's like, "Guys, I've deleted my pants." And we're like, "Schmokey, what do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, I've deleted my epic pants." And like throughout all of this, he spent he spent a couple of few pennies getting them gemmed and enchanted. So he definitely did have some time invested into these pants, and I think he handled it pretty good. In fact, I think he handled
Yeah.
it better than most people would, particularly cocaine, because we all know what cocaine would do if he figured out that he deleted his pants. What do you think he would do, Vinny?
I don't know. I think he'd be pretty upset. I think he'd probably lash out on someone else.
Oh yeah, I definitely think he would be taking out his carbine and doing some shooting.
Yeah. I think those were best in slot pants for Smokey too, which makes it even a little bit more funny.
Yeah. Smokey kind of took the turn for the worst there. I mean, it's just a tragedy, but
And he was still pulling good DPS though.
yeah, most definitely. And you know, Smokey Smokey's gonna be listening to this. He's gonna be like, guys, I want to get on the show and I want to tell people how I really feel about my pants. And we'll get Smokey on, and we'll have him tell everybody about his pants situation. And we'll even tell we'll even get Schmokey to tell some Schmokey stories. See, the best thing about Schmokey is that he undermines everything he's accomplished in his life. Like not only did Schmokey graduate from a 4-year degree, but he's still in college going to get another 4-year degree because he realized that he doesn't want to pursue the careers of his original major. Schmokey's that kind of guy, and so Schmokey
Yes.
undermines himself a lot, and he has a lot of interesting things to say, but you kind of have to coerce him into saying it because he doesn't even realize how interesting and how unique and you know just good, just overall goodness that you get from hearing his stories, especially about how he lost his virginity. Smokey definitely a good old time, particularly when he's high.
Also too, to add to his uniqueness too, is Smokey was a rather new WoW player when it came to Wraths. So Wrath of Lich King content, he came out. He got to 80 right when ICC was out, and it was weird. We first met him. He would run these GDKP pugs, and his raid composition would just be fucked up. He'd have 6 Death Knights. He'd maybe 5 rogues. All his healers would be paladins, and he wouldn't know any of the fights. And we go in, and we always thought it was weird that he'd clear all the way up to Cindergosa, one-shotting everything. This is something that guilds had problems doing, and this guy wouldn't even know how to do the fight. He would just say, "Oh, we'll just wing it," and with this just absolutely ass backwards composition, and he'd clear it in record time. We'd walk away with 4K gold and some gear, and it'd be a good time.
Exactly. The two best things about Smokey are, of course, his calmness and his persistence. Smokey is the only guy that I know that will do a 25 ICC GDKP and hold the guild or whatever it may be. It may be a guild run, it may
The
be a
pot.
pug. It just depends on well, sometimes he gets guilds in there basically. But anyway, he'll hold that raid hostage, and he will make that raid group attempt boss after boss after boss and otherwise you can leave and not get your gold. And Smokey was notorious for that. Basically, there were people like us that would basically go in there maybe halfway through and get all of our gold and maybe only pay a couple gold in repairs. And there's people who went in there to the beginning, and of course they wanted some gold, so they didn't leave, and then they ended up basically paying as much as they got in repairs for some people, particularly tanks when it came to a Smokey raid. So yeah, I mean Smokey's a good guy. Um, there's a lot of people who we could get on. Maybe we can get on an Angry Titan one day, or we can get on. Oh man, that would be a good one. I don't think that will happen. But yeah, I mean, we can do a lot of things. This show's just kind of like a new introductory show because of the new aspects of the Mumble, the YouTube-ness, So this show's kind of like a new beginning, like I said. So we're just going through some things here. Of course, though, if you do want to call in live, you can call us at 657-229-3825. And we'll take a call and talk to you. If you have something to say, maybe you want to talk about Smokey a little bit more. Maybe you want to talk about G-strings and Desert Eagles. Who knows what you want to talk about? But we're here to discuss it with you. I don't really have much to say right this second, so I think we're going to go to a real quick break here while I try to gather my thoughts here for our final moments for this episode of Unknown Gamers' new show. And yeah, we'll be right back.
Turn us on.
Gamer Network Radio. Talk radio.
Podcast.
It's all about the game.
Live DJ.
All of the game.
Your music, your games. All the time. GNet Radio.
GNet Radio. Radio.
And you guys are back here on Unknown Gamers' new show, live on mygnetradio.com every Saturday at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. With me is my boy Vinny.
Hey.
And Vinny, I think we're going to do a remote host here, and I think we're going to be able to contact my boy Smokey. 1 second. Smokey, are you there, Smokey? Smokey, my boy.
Yeah, I'm here.
Smokey.
Smokey, people want to hear your voice, Smokey. We have people who want to hear, how Smokey sounds like Smokey.
I don't know. I don't know if I can put that on the internet.
Smokey, Vinny has some words for you. Vinny, tell what's on your mind, Smokey.
I love you, Smokey.
He loves you, Smokey. What do you got to say to Vinny?
Well, I just want to let you guys know I'm back in the guild. My G quit that other one.
That's good to know, Smokey. That was Smokey, everybody. You gotta love him, and you gotta love the delay Vent has, and that's why we're using Mumble, because Vent is just way. It's like,
Can you please repeat that? Give me 2 seconds. Okay.
and of course,
Hey,
yep,
I got a status update on Kai.
yeah.
He just messaged me. He messages me on Facebook and he says, "Hey, I put up a video. I want you to go watch it during our break." So I go and watch it, and it's the video of Cocaine coming into Vent, leaving Guild, and then he has Shadow Dreamers by Will Smith playing in the background.
Wait a minute. This is actually a real YouTube video?
No, it's a Facebook video. You'll have to tell him to upload it to YouTube.
Oh
But
man,
it's like,
I gotta see this.
I don't know. He left out a lot of good parts, but yeah, it's Cocaine coming in, and what he does is he vigorously comes into Vent, and he sits me and Kyle down, and he's telling us how he feels like he's not being treated right, and about how he feels the guild is walking all over him, and about how he's gonna leave, and he's expecting for us to turn around and beg him to stay, and then I just tell him, "Oh, okay, I completely understand you're gonna leave, no hard feelings, good luck out there," and then he's just like, "Oh, fuck."
Oh man, and what was this posted?
It's posted on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, real quick, listeners, we got a Facebook video by Stink Bomb, right? Is that the person?
Stink Bomb, yeah.
Here we go. Let's watch it here.
Not with my bitch ass healing.
Shadow dreams, they seem so distant, but the light is strong and know you can't resist it.
Not with my bitch ass healing.
Keep on pushing, hold out your hand. The light is your friend, go on in, Carol Ann.
At this point in time, I do not think I can read sufficiently.
It's always darkest before the light.
Oh man, that's a
Nothing's
good
worth
one.
having if it's not worth a
I
fight.
don't want to do that shit.
No love without labor, no love. Draw on the strength bestowed from above.
Not at all, dude.
What can go wrong will go wrong, but if you fall off a horse, just get back on.
I don't want to burn no bridges at the same time, but I'm just saying.
I have a dream, the man stated, a shadow dream that he chased to his grave.
Not with my bitch ass healing. Not with my bitch ass healing.
Just because a dream is lurking in the shadows doesn't mean that you should just forget it.
Right now, I got a really bad taste in my mouth, too.
I mean, you work and you push and you sweat and you toil and you strive and drive till you get it. Shadow dreams.
Oh, get wrecked!
Oh man, that was me at the end, everybody. That was me saying get wrecked. Oh man, that was a very good video. Oh man, we're definitely getting Stink Bomb on the next episode. Maybe we'll even try to get Cocaine in there. We'll get Cocaine's reaction to it.
If we gotta get him in here, we gotta get him arguing with someone though.
Yeah, well, I think that video will get him off arguing, don't you think? If we do kind of like a little intervention style where we sit him down and play the video to him and just get his reaction.
Yeah, he'd probably come in and be like, Stink Bomb, I feel like I've been disrespected.
Yeah. Well, I think if you do more, you'd be like, Stink Bomb, I thought you and me were good friends. I thought we had something. And this is just awful. I don't think I can repay you. I don't think I can look at you as a friend anymore. But then
20 minutes later, he'll trying to be talking. Send a $5 through PayPal.
he'd be like, Ramzik, I will repay you in one way. If you can give me $5 for a pack of cigarettes, I'll think about it. and that would be Cocaine. And then of course Ramzik would tell him no, and then he would go to Smokey, and Smokey would end up paying him $10. And so, on that note, I think that ends my new show for this week. And of course, I would like to thank Vanyard for coming on, Vinny. I'm really glad that you could stay up and buck up for this show. I'd like to thank, Stink Bomb for making that hilarious video for and just having it being uploaded at the right time, at the right place. And I would also like to thank my boy Smokey for his beautiful, eloquent, and short words on Vent. And of course, we will be live once again next Saturday at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on MyGNetRadio.com.